Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a shocking turn of events that has sent shockwaves across Russia and the Kremlin. Ukraine has struck Russia where it hurts the most, not just militarily, but strategically, economically, and psychologically. This latest attack has reportedly left Vladimir Putin furious, as Ukraine's forces continue to demonstrate that no corner of Russia is beyond their reach. What exactly happened? Why does it matter so much? And what could this mean for the war's future? Let's break it all down. In the early hours of the morning, explosions were heard deep inside Russian territory. Ukrainian forces had launched a coordinated attack that targeted vital infrastructure, fuel depots, airfields, and command centers crucial for Russia's ongoing military operations. This wasn't just another cross-border drone strike. It was a carefully calculated operation aimed at crippling the logistical backbone of the Russian war effort. The locations hit were not near the border. They were deep inside Russia, some over 600 kilometers away from Ukraine, signaling a bold message: Ukraine can strike anywhere. Reports indicate that Ukraine used long-range drones and precision missiles to carry out these attacks. Satellite images later revealed massive fires, columns of smoke, and damaged structures. One of the most significant strikes occurred near an oil refinery that supplies a large portion of the Russian military's fuel reserves. This refinery had been considered untouchable due to its location, but Ukraine's strike changed that perception entirely. Russian media initially tried to downplay the attack, but the scale of destruction made it impossible to hide. Putin's reaction, as reported by several sources, was one of visible anger. For a man known for maintaining composure in public, those close to him say he was furious, holding emergency meetings with top generals and security advisors. The strike exposed weaknesses in Russia's air defense systems, which have failed repeatedly to stop Ukrainian drones and missiles. These vulnerabilities are now causing panic among local officials, who are demanding more protection against future attacks. For Ukraine, this wasn't just about causing damage. It was about sending a clear signal Russia is no longer safe. Every refinery, every airbase, every command center could now be a target. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has repeatedly stated that the war will not end until Ukraine pushes Russia back. And these attacks are part of that broader strategy. By striking inside Russia, Ukraine aims to disrupt supply lines, demoralize Russian troops, and weaken Moscow's ability to sustain its offensive on Ukrainian territory. This strike also comes at a crucial time. Russia has been intensifying its attacks on Ukrainian cities, especially Kyiv, using drones and missiles to pressure Ukraine into submission. But instead of backing down, Ukraine has responded with equal force and more precision. The message is simple. If Russia continues to bomb Ukrainian cities, Ukraine will hit back harder and deeper. The psychological impact of these strikes on the Russian population is significant. For the first time, many Russians are realizing that the war they thought was far away is now reaching their own neighborhoods. Videos shared on social media show panicked residents filming explosions and fires, questioning how their own government failed to protect them. This growing fear is something Putin cannot control with propaganda alone. The illusion of safety within Russia's borders has been shattered. Economically, the damage could be severe. Russia's oil industry is one of its main sources of revenue and a critical element in funding its war machine. Every refinery or fuel depot that gets hit reduces Russia's capacity to produce and transport the resources needed to keep its military running. This means higher costs, logistical delays, and fuel shortages that could impact the front lines. Ukraine understands this perfectly. By targeting energy infrastructure, it's not just striking military targets, it's attacking the financial heart of the Russian state. Western intelligence agencies have been quietly observing Ukraine's growing capabilities. With advanced Western technology and intelligence support, Ukraine's drones and missiles have become more sophisticated and accurate. These are not random attacks. They are the result of months of planning, testing, and intelligence gathering. Many analysts believe that Ukraine's strikes deep inside Russia are part of a new phase in the war, one focused on strategic disruption rather than direct confrontation. The Russian military, already stretched thin and facing heavy losses, now has to divert resources to protect its own territory. This creates a major dilemma for Putin. Every air defense system moved to defend Russian cities is one less system available to protect frontline troops in Ukraine. It's a lose-lose situation for the Kremlin. In response to the strikes, Russian state media has gone into overdrive, calling them terrorist attacks, and accusing Ukraine of being a puppet of the West. But despite the propaganda, there's a sense of unease among Russian citizens. People are questioning how Ukraine, a country that Russia once considered weak, is now capable of penetrating deep into Russian territory. The narrative of Russian strength and superiority is being shattered piece by piece. For Ukraine, this success is more than symbolic. It boosts morale among its people and armed forces, showing that despite the hardships, they can hit back and make Russia pay a price for every attack on their homeland. It also sends a message to the international community: Ukraine is not a passive victim. It is actively fighting back and adapting faster than anyone expected. The strategic brilliance behind these strikes lies in their timing and precision. By hitting infrastructure at night or during low-traffic hours, Ukraine minimizes civilian casualties while maximizing economic and military disruption. It's warfare designed for maximum impact with minimal collateral damage. This approach has earned Ukraine increasing respect among Western military analysts, who now see Kyiv as one of the most innovative military actors in modern warfare. Putin's challenge now is deciding how to respond. If he escalates too aggressively, he risks further international isolation and the possibility of NATO stepping up its support for Ukraine. If he does nothing, he appears weak at home, something he can't afford politically. His options are limited and none are good. Some experts believe he might attempt cyber attacks, covert operations, or intensified bombing of Ukrainian cities in retaliation. However, every response risks triggering even more Ukrainian strikes inside Russia. The war is entering a dangerous new phase, one where the battlefield is no longer limited to Ukraine's borders. The strikes deep inside Russia show that Ukraine is no longer defending. It's taking the fight to its aggressor. For Putin, this is deeply humiliating. His entire justification for the war, that Russia is powerful, secure, and unbreakable, is falling apart in front of the world. At the same time, these developments are testing the patience of Russia's elite and oligarchs. Many of them have lost billions due to sanctions and now face growing insecurity at home. There are whispers within Moscow that Putin's leadership is being questioned behind closed doors. While no one dares challenge him openly, frustration is growing and fear is spreading. The cracks are slowly widening. Ukraine's strikes have also forced Russia to spread its defenses thinly, protecting vast areas of land while maintaining an offensive. This is exactly what Ukraine wants: to overstretch and exhaust the enemy. The more Russia has to defend, the less it can attack effectively. Internationally, the strikes have reignited discussions about providing Ukraine with longer-range weapons. Western allies, particularly the United States and the United Kingdom, are now debating whether to give Ukraine more advanced missile systems. Each Ukrainian success strengthens their case, proving that such weapons can be used responsibly and effectively. For the Russian people, these events are creating confusion and fear. State-controlled media is trying to spin the narrative, but social media and local eyewitness reports are painting a different picture. The sense of invincibility is gone. People are realizing that the war they were told was about defending Russia has instead brought danger to their doorsteps. Putin now finds himself in a trap of his own making. His decision to invade Ukraine has not only united the West, but also strengthened Ukraine's resolve and technological edge. Every strike on Russian soil is a reminder that his war is backfiring politically, economically, and militarily. Ukraine's strategy is clear: keep Russia off balance, hit where it hurts, and never allow Putin to dictate the tempo of war. Each successful strike amplifies Ukraine's leverage in future peace negotiations, should they ever come. The message is clear: Ukraine will not bow down, and Russia will pay for every act of aggression. As the fires burn in Russian oil depots and military bases, the world watches closely. This war has entered a new stage, one defined not by front lines, but by reach, resilience, and intelligence. Ukraine has proven that it can strike the heart of its enemy and survive against overwhelming odds. For Putin, the illusion of control is slipping away. And as the days pass, more and more Russians are asking a question that Putin fears most. If Ukraine can hit us so easily, what else are they capable of? That's the power of this moment: a shift in perception, a blow to Russian confidence, and a new sense of empowerment for Ukraine. What happens next will define not just the outcome of this war, but the future balance of power in Eastern Europe. Thank you for watching. If you found this breakdown insightful, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more updates on the war, and share your thoughts in the comments below. This is not just a battle of weapons, it's a battle of strategy, willpower, and survival. And right now, Ukraine has shown it can strike back harder than anyone expected.